Our wrestling match today takes place between two athletes, the rhino and the elephant. Yes, the elephant is showing her bravery with a muscular body, pointing tusks and a powerful trunk. Elephant threats his trunk through the rhino's body, trying to shove him, but the rhino is less competitive. With a sharp horn, Rhino sends dangerous attacks to the elephant. And finally, he uses the last skill, that is, running. Rhino laughed, leaving the fighting elephant on fire. Welcome to the next video of WildThing. In this video, we will take a look at an animal with a horn not on his head but on his nose. What kind of animal is that? You can guess it, right? Yes, that is Rhino. Rhino's full name is rhinoceros. Rhinos are thought to be the second largest land animal, with the elephant being the largest. They have a robust, cylindrical body with a large head, relatively short legs and short tail. The characteristic feature of these animals is a large horn in the middle of their faces. Some species have a second, smaller horn. There are now 5 different species of rhino in the world. 2 of these are native to Africa, the black rhinoceros and white rhinoceros. And 3 of these are native to Asia, the Indian rhinoceros, Javan rhinoceros, and Sumatran rhinoceros. The referred habitats vary depending on the species, but range from savannas, grassland plains, wetlands, and dense forests in the tropical regions. All 5 rhino species can grow to weight over 1,000 kilograms, with the white rhino reaching a staggering 3,500 kilograms. This makes the white rhino the second largest mammal after the elephant. In addition, rhinos can grow to be over 6 feet tall and more than 11 feet in length. That is big. Relative to their large body size, rhinoceros have small brains. This does not mean that you should underestimate their intelligence, however. Despite their weight and their bulk, rhinos move fast. They can run up to 30 to 40 miles per hour. To put that in context, Usain Bolt can run 28 miles per hour. Now imagine a rhino sprinting at you at that speed. Rhinos have very poor eyesight, but it is more than made up for by their other senses. A rhino would have great difficulty seeing someone standing just 30 meters away if they weren't moving. If the person moves, make a sound, or can even be smelled by the rhino, however, he will easily detect that person, even at much greater distances. And have you ever seen a white rhinoceros? Us either. Despite the misleading name, all white rhinos are actually gray. Rhinos are herbivores, which eat only plant matter such as grasses, shoots, leaves, fruits, berries, and buds. They can be either grazers, mainly eating from the ground, or browsers, mainly eating from the bushes, shrubs, and trees. Rhinos have evolved specialist mouths for their different styles of eating. For example, the black rhino eats trees or bushes because its long lips allow it to pick leaves and fruits from up high. The white rhino has a flat-shaped snout that lets it get closer to the ground for eating grass. Can you guess the closest living relatives to the rhino? Surprisingly, these are horses, zebras, and tapirs. They all belong to a group of mammals called all-toed ungulates. Though rhinos are often solitary, they do occasionally form groups. These groups are made of female or her offspring. A dominant male rules over an area of land. The male will allow some subdominate males to live on his territory. Females run freely around several different territories. Rhinos express their big love for water by bathing. They can bathe everywhere, anytime, any situation, always bathing no matter where they are. But rhinos do not have to bathe to have a clean body, but they bathe to get dirty. Why? Rhinos mostly live in the tropics, sometimes go into the water to soak, but after getting out of the water, they often spray their body with a muddy mud or a rather thick layer of thin muddy water. Are they being silly? No way. In fact, that mud will be a curtain against countless blood-sucking insects such as mosquitoes, crab flies, buffalo flies. These insects love to cling to the rhino skin and try to bite and sting, making those big animals both painful and itchy. So to avoid this, they have to give themselves a mud skin to protect themselves. In addition to mud baths, rhinos sometimes also go to spa to be taken care of the body by a skilled spa technician. The oxpecker stands on the rhino's back and it sticks and other insects that it finds on the rhino. Another trait of rhinos is that their emotions can change dramatically. They can go from calm to angry at the speed of light. Though normally gentle, they can sometimes be unbearably stubborn. Sometimes they are aggressive with other animals even though they do nothing to bother the rhino. Don't believe it? We will show you the following videos to see how bad this guy is. First of all is the scene where rhino protesters stop traffic and cause a huge roadblock in the Kruger Park. It seems that they don't like engine noise from passenger buses. Rhino is concentrating on eating when a warthog comes begging to eat. Can I have some bites, Mr. Rhino? The rhino is silent and looks at warthog. First time. Still not stopping, the warthog calls his brothers and sisters around, begging in front of the rhino. The rhino remains silent and looks at the warthog calmly. Second time. The more silent the rhino is, the more the warthog picks a quarrel. They even dare to come closer to provoke the rhino. The rhino remains silent and... Perhaps through this time the warthog would not dare to approach the rhino again. What a brute guy. The daytime is so hot and harsh that the rhino can think of nothing more than bathing and lying in the shade. The night comes, they go to find mates. Here, Rhino is going out when he suddenly meets a hippo. With brutal nature, hippos follow Rhino to provoke. The rhino is still very calm. Hippo continues to follow the rhino. Angry Rhino suddenly turns around to chase the hippo. The hippo bruises along. How do you think the rhinos communicate with other rhinos? Interestingly, it is through their dung. Each rhino's dung has a unique smell and identifies its owner. From rhino poo, you can also tell if the rhino is young or old, male or female. Dung is quite useful for making a rhino's territory too, just like dogs like to do. Rhinos communication by doing a poo. The rhino is an animal that is said to be left over from prehistoric times. It is also a large, powerful beast. The highlight of rhinos is that their protective skin is made out of glue layers with the thickness of an armor, and especially the horn that grows on the nose very nicely. During courtship, males and females often fight and may cause serious injuries to each other with their horns. After mating, the pair separates. A calf is born after a pregnancy of 14 to 18 months. Although cows begin eating vegetation several days after being born, they continue to drink milk from the mother for a year, before leaving her completely after 3 years. Adult rhinoceros have no real predators in the wild other than humans. However, injured rhinos, old and weak rhinos or calves can fall prey to big cats, crocodiles, African wild dogs, and hyenas. The clan of hyenas have shown their cunningness when they find ways to separate the mother and child to attack the calf. The hyenas are constantly rotating, making the mother rhino unable to catch up, thereby unable to protect her baby. The mother rhino always protects and separates the baby rhinoceros with the hyenas. Finally, the mother rhino tries to escort her child away from the hyenas, causing the hyenas to chase but unable to do anything. A rhino is stuck in mud, unable to get out. The three lions think this is their time to take out the rhino. The three lions hesitantly and gingerly approaching the rhino in distress. They understand the power of the prey, which is a scary horn, so they do not attack directly but kick the rhino's hind body. A few minutes later, somehow the rhino gets out of the mud. From a passive position, he switches to actively attack three lions with a sharp horn. Only the small move in his chase also makes three lions run quickly for their life. Rhino is also occasionally attacked by elephants. An elephant is aggressively approaching. It looks like the mother rhino and child is entering his territory. The rhino has poor eyesight, so cannot see the danger approaching. Elephants attack the rhino with their tusk. The rhino fights back and then quickly runs away. A large animal, though sometimes a bit fierce but extremely cute, the rhino is standing on the verge of extinction and in desperate need of our protection. Why? Although the rhino's unique nose horns gives them a powerful weapon against their enemies, it is also the reason that the rhino is threatened with extinction, because humans often hunt and kill rhinos to get their horns. In some cultures, it is believed that rhinoceros horns have medicinal properties and can cure cancer, purify water, or act as an aphrodisiac. It is also believed the horn brings good luck, so they are sometimes used as decorations or as jewelry. But it is not true. Rhino horns are made from a protein called keratin, and the same substance that hair and fingernails are made of. Contrary to popular belief, the rhino's horn is not bone. It is not even attached to the skull. The horn is actually made of masses of hairs that are all compact together. They don't have the effect of healing as is commonly thought. Killing wild animals is a crime. Let's join hands to protect rhino in particular as well as wildlife animals in general by commenting below our video of rhino relief organizations as well as wildlife species for everyone to know and join. Thank you so much.